the Spartans of Sumner High School and your Puyallup Vikings. And just as a reminder to follow state guidelines and FPSL rules, please keep your mask on at all times. Try to keep social distance. Do it for the athletes. And now for the starting lineup. First, for the visiting Spartans, leading off playing center field number 24, Jake Benson. Batting second, the catcher number 6, Ty Jones. Batting third, the third baseman number 4, Aiden Singh. The first baseman number 8, Alex Island. Batting next, the left fielder number 7, Logan Martin. The designated hitter number 3, Mason Ellis. The shortstop number 9, Chris Calendar. Batting 8th, the second baseman number 13, Justin Ames. And rounding out the lineup, the right fielder number 11, Braden Adcock. Getting the start on the mound for the Spartans, number 1, Jake Resnick.
And now for your Vikings, leading off playing center field, number 1, Dante Grant. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 5, Drake Anderson. Batting third, playing first base, number 7, Jacob Yang. The catcher, number 4, Will Cresswell. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 16, Noah Fields. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 11, Garrett Ringer. The designated hitter, number 19, Brett Ellingson. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 20, Jevin Patterson. And rounding out the lineup, the second baseman, number 3, Tristan Ringrose. And getting the start on the bump for your Vikes, number 9, Adam Brooks. Please stand and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Hello and welcome to Heritage Park. I'm Tanner Pierce, live with you here. And the Battle of the Valley, your Vikes taking on the Spartans of Sumner High School tonight here at Heritage Park. It's a gorgeous evening in the Pacific Northwest. We've got Mount Rainier out there hiding behind the trees in center field. It's going to be a good one. Your Vikes coming into this one at 3-0, and Sumner coming in the same. Looking to be a good one. Your Vikes so far have won all 3 games in a run rule. The first 2 won 10 after 5. And Saturday night against Rogers, they won 8 after 6. That one, they were almost 10 after 5, but couldn't get one more run in the top of the 5th as they led 10-1. Coming in tonight looking to do some work against the Spartans. Getting the start on the bump for your Vikes is going to be Adam Brooks, the sophomore this year. Brooks coming in and getting his first start as a Viking this year. And of his career, Brooks recently, last week, I want to say, committed to Northwest Nazarene University over in pretty much Boise, Idaho. And only a junior this year is Brooks. From the left side has really progressed over the last few years on the bump and has been really fun to watch. And is looking to face off against the Spartans tonight and do something well in his first start. His first appearance of the season, actually. He'll be facing the Sumner lineup that consists of Jay Mentink, Kai Jones, Aiden Dance, Alec Highland, Logan Martinson, Mason Kelly, Jake Gallagher, Justin Haynes, and Braden Adcox rounding it out for the Spartans. And taking the field for your Vikes as they head out there for the 4th time this season. Behind the dish is going to be Will Cresswell. At first, Jacob Yang. At second, Tristan Ringrose. At third, Jevin Patterson. At short, the senior Drake Anderson. In left field is Garrett Ringer. In center, Dante Grant. And in right field for the Vikes is Noah Fields. So the Vikes looking to come out and move to 4-0 on the season. Looking for a big game against the Spartans here tonight. The Bats have been the star of the show for the Vikes so far this season. Pitching has been solid. It's been there, but the Bats have definitely led the way. Put up over 10 runs all of the first 3 games. Already 3 home runs on the season. Jacob Yang had one back last week against Emerald Ridge. And then Dante Grant had a 3-run shot to right field on Saturday night against Rogers. And Garrett Ringer had a 2-run shot to left field. And Vikes are looking to keep that up this year. Hitting really well coming into this one against the Spartans. Overall, the team batting average, batting .430 on the season. And 38 total runs for the Vikes so far this year. Looking to keep that up tonight. Leading off for the Spartans, the center fielder, number 24, Jay Mentink. So Mentink stepping in here, facing Adam Brooks. Brooks from the left side. First pitch on its way to Mentink. Is a curveball in there for strike one. A lovely pitch there from Adam Brooks. Mentink goes down 0-1. As I said, for the Vikes so far this year, pitching hasn't been bad. Struggled at times, but been pretty solid. That ball hit over towards Tristan Ringrose at second. He's going to make the easy ground ball and field it. Throw it over to Jacob Yang at first. A 4-3 ground out is out number 1 here tonight. That'll bring up the catcher, number 6, Kai Jones. So Kai Jones will step in after one away. And first pitch he sees from Brooks. Hits the spot on the outside half there. Lovely pitch from Adam Brooks. Just looking to throw strikes. Really good defense behind him. He can find the strike zone, something that the Vikes have struggled to do so far this year. And that one in there for strike 2. Kai Jones down 0-2 early against Adam Brooks. And next pitch on its way. Ooh, that looked good on the outside half, but just down low for ball 1 to Kai Jones. Count goes to 1-2. And next pitch on its way from Brooks. That's going to be in there for strike three. Kai Jones watches it go by. We've got 2 away. That brings up the third baseman, number 4, Aiden Dance. So Dance will step in here with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch he sees from Adam Brooks in there for strike one. A great pitch. Count goes to 0-1 now for Aiden Dance. Next pitch on its way. Just misses down low. Counts 1-1. As I said, Brooks getting his first start of his career here at Puyallup High School. A junior this year. He's really developed as a pitcher the last few years. Next pitch on its way to Brooks. Swung on, hit over towards Drake Anderson at short, but that's just going to get by Anderson, who can't quite make the play. So Aiden Dance gets the first base knock of the night there into the 5-6 hole. And Spartans put a runner on for Alec Highland. That brings up the first baseman, number 8, Alec Highland. So Highland steps in here. And first pitch on its way from Brooks. Down low and away, ball 1 to Alec Highland, a senior this year. Brooks looking back the runner over there at first. Highland lines that into center field. Dante Grant going back. He's going to be right there to make the grab for your Vikes. Adam Brooks does give up 1 hit in the top of the first, but nothing else for the Spartans as Alec Highland flies out to center field. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Your Vikes looking to get the bats going early tonight against Jake Bresnahan on the bump for the Spartans. Stay tuned. Vikes coming out here today against the Spartans with the same lineup as the first 3 games. Leading off is Dante Grant, following him Drake Anderson, Jacob Yang, Will Cresswell, Noah Fields, Garrett Ringer, Brett Ellingson in the designated hitter spot, Jevin Patterson, and Tristan Ringrose. It's been a solid lineup so far. As I said, coming into this game, hitting .430 on the season. 3 home runs, 30, what did I say, 35? 38 total runs for the Vikes. And Dante Grant will step into the box, looking to get things going. Leading off the center fielder, number 1, Dante Grant. So Dante Grant steps in to the left side of the into the left-hand batter's box, looking to get things going for the Vikes here tonight against the Spartans. Grant stepping into this game has been so hot at the plate, batting .556. First pitch he sees from Bresnahan is up high for ball one. Dante Grant went 2 for 4 Saturday night with a 3-run bomb. It was, off the bat, you could tell that ball was gone. That's going to be down low, ball 2 to Dante Grant. And Grant with 5 RBIs on the season, 1 home run, 5 hits in 9 at-bats and 13 plate appearances. And that's going to be ball 3 to Dante Grant. Next pitch on its way up high. Dante Grant is going to see 4 straight pitches, all 4 balls, and walk to start things off for your Vikes here tonight against the Spartans. That'll bring up the shortstop, number 5, Drake Anderson. So Drake Anderson will step in here with a runner on first and nobody out. Anderson stepping into this one, batting .556 on the season. All tied up with Dante Grant there. And first pitch he sees. Bresnahan finally finds the strike zone there. Count goes to 0-1 on Drake Anderson. And Bresnahan looking back. Dante Grant over there at first. He's going to turn around, try to throw it back. But Grant will slide in there safely. Drake Anderson, a senior this year, playing over at short, has been solid so far, both in the field and at the plate. Next pitch from Bresnahan. Drake Anderson lines that right over the glove of the second baseman. Dante Grant rounding second. It's going to be a close play at third. He gets down and is in there safely. That's a double there for Drake Anderson to put runners on second and third for Jacob Yang with nobody out. That one lined right up the middle. Great piece of hitting from Drake Anderson. That'll bring up the first baseman, number 7, Jacob Yang. So Yang will step in here. Hasn't been too bad at the plate himself. 600 on the season. 6 hits in 10 at-bats. First pitch he sees is down low, ball 1. Once again, Yang with runners on second and third here. So far on the season, 6 RBIs for Yang. That's a team high right there. Definitely a guy you want in this spot with 2 in scoring position. Next pitch he saw from Bresnahan outside and up high for ball 2. So we've got a 2-0 count now for Jacob Yang. And the next pitch on its way. Up high. Nope, it's going to be in there in the top of the zone for strike 1. Count moves to 2-1 for Jacob Yang. The 2-1 on its way with runners on second and third. Jacob Yang swung on, popped up, going foul and out of play. Count will move to 2-2 now for Yang at the plate. Yang, a senior this year. 1 of 3 guys in the starting lineup that are seniors for the Vikes. 4 that'll see some time on the field this year. So 2-2 on its way from Bresnahan to Jacob Yang. Just going to miss outside. We've got a full count for Yang at the plate. Runners on second and third. Nobody out in the top of the first inning. Let's see what Yang can do here against Bresnahan. Next pitch on its way. Down low, ball 4. Jacob Yang will walk. We're going to see 2 walks so far in the first 3 batters. And we've got the bases loaded already in the top of the first with nobody out for Will Cresswell. That'll bring up the catcher, number 4, Will Cresswell. So Cresswell will step up here. Base is juiced. Let's see what he can do. Batting .300 on the season. Had himself a pretty good day at the plate Saturday night. First pitch he sees from Bresnahan, inside corner for strike 1. Cresswell, 4 RBIs on the season. Got a chance to get a few more here against Bresnahan to blow this one open in the top of the first. Next pitch on its way. That ball lined into center field. That ball is dropped. It's going to score 1, 2. It's going to be a close play at third. Jacob Yang getting down, but a double there into center field from Will Cresswell brings in the first 2 of the day for the Vikes against the Spartans. Big time piece of hitting. And that'll bring up Noah Fields. That brings up the right fielder, number 16, Noah Fields. So Noah Fields will step in with runners on second and third after that double there from Will Cresswell. The ball lined, just kept flying there in center field. It looked like the center fielder may have got a glove on it, but it just went over his head. So 2 base knocks already here. Nobody out. Runners on second and third for Noah Fields. Vikes on top 2-0. First pitch that Fields sees, that's chopped down the first baseline. Highland's going to grab it, tag his bag, but isn't going to be able to get it home in time. And that'll be a sacrifice ground out from Noah Fields to bring in Jacob Yang from third and advance Will Cresswell to third. The left fielder, number 11, Garrett Ringer. So Garrett Ringer will step in here. He's got a runner on third with 1 out now. Vikes on top 3-0 now in the bottom of the first. Next pitch on its way to Ringer. Swung on, popped up, going into right center field. That ball off the hands. It's going to drop for Garrett Ringer. And that's going to be a double. Round in second. He's going to get back. Rounded second hard there. That ball looked like it stung off the bat. So 3 doubles so far here in the top of the first for the Vikes. That brought in another. And Vikes now 4-0 lead in the bottom of the first for Brett Ellingson. That'll bring up the designated hitter, number 19, Brett Ellingson. So Ellingson will step in here. A runner on second with only 1 out. Vikes on top 5-0. Next pitch down low and away. Excuse me, 4-0. Got it wrong there. And first pitch that Ellingson saw from Bresnahan was down low and away. The 1-0 on its way. That's going to be called on the bottom half for strike 1 to Brett Ellingson. We've got a 1-1 count. 1 out. And that ball hit up the gap right up the middle of the infield. And Garrett Ringer will round third and come in to home safely. An RBI there from Brett Ellingson. Base knock right up the middle. Another hit here in the first for your Vikes. And bring up Jevin Patterson. Now batting the third baseman, number 20, Jevin Patterson. So Patterson will step in here. Vikes lead 5-0 now. And Ellingson going to get picked off, or attempted pickoff. As he got an early jump, he slides in there safely. Some good base running there from Brett Ellingson, hustling down. Looks like it could have been close, could have even got picked off, but hustled that one out. He gets over to second now. And Jevin Patterson has 1 in scoring position for himself. Vikes already on top, 5-0. Next pitch on its way, down low, ball 1 from Bresnahan to Patterson. Patterson playing over at third, as he has been all season. And Patterson coming into this game batting .200 on the season. 3 RBIs. Next pitch. Big swing at that one. Can't quite make contact. Count goes to 1-1 now for Jevin Patterson. The 1-1 on its way from Bresnahan. Down low, going to be ball 2 to Jevin Patterson. The 8-man in this Viking lineup. Once again, only 1 out. Vikes are lighting it up at the plate so far. That ball chopped back to Bresnahan. He's going to turn around and get the easy one. And Ellingson can't go anywhere over there at second, so Patterson's going to ground out right back to the pitcher for out number 2 and bring up Tristan Ringrose. The second baseman, number 3, Tristan Ringrose. So Ringrose steps in. Runner on second, 2 outs now. In the bottom of the first. Where am I getting top? Top of the first. That was Saturday night. And Ringrose way out in front of that one, chops it back. Count goes 0-1. Ringrose, a freshman this year, getting the start over there at second. Not something that happens very often here at Puyallup. Pretty special honor to be able to get the start as a freshman. That ball, they're going to say he went at that one. So Ringrose down 0-2 now with 2 outs and a runner on second. Ringrose batting .333 coming into this game. 3 RBIs on the season. And the 0-2 on its way. Ellingson will go. Ringrose pops that up, going back in center field. And they're going to be there to make the grab for the Spartans. Vikes do get 5, though, in the bottom of the first. So a hot start for your Vikes here at the plate. Just what they wanted, getting the bats going early. Something they couldn't quite do on Saturday. Didn't end up mattering, though, but always a good sign to get the bats rolling early. Vikes on top 5-0 as we head to the second. Stay tuned. Here in the top of the second, leading things off for the Spartans is going to be the left fielder, Logan Martinson. First pitch he sees from Adam Brooks on its way outside, ball 1. Brooks, once again, the junior on the bump for the Vikes. Committed last week to Northwest Nazarene University in Idaho. Next pitch on its way from Brooks. That's going to be up high. Ball 2 to Logan Martinson. And the 2-0 on its way from Brooks. That's going to be in there for strike 1 to Martinson. Good pitch there, just finding the zone. That's all he needed. Hitting the spot. Count goes to 2-1 now for Logan Martinson. Next pitch from Brooks. That ball popped up going into right field. Noah Fields calling it, and he's underneath it there to make the grab. F9 will be out number 1 in the top of the second. That'll bring up Mason Kelly. That'll bring up the designated hitter number 3, Mason Kelly. So Kelly will step in here with nobody on and 1 out in the top of the second. Spartans trailed by 5 already. After a 5-spot bottom of the first for the Vikes. First pitch that Kelly sees outside for ball 1 from Adam Brooks. Next pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. Great pitch there from Brooks. Getting him on the off speed. Count goes to 1-1 now. One out. Nobody on for Mason Kelly. Next pitch from Brooks. Swung on, chopped way out in front was Kelly there. Count will go to 1-2 now. Like I said, Adam Brooks' first appearance of the season on the bump for your Vikes. His first start for the varsity squad here at Puyallup as a junior. Time called, as Brooks didn't like the sign he got there. And that's going to be a ball 2 there to Mason Kelly. The 2-2 on its way from Brooks. That's going to be down low, ball 3, and we've got a full count for Mason Kelly at the plate. Next pitch. That's going to be down low, and Adam Brooks will walk Mason Kelly here. Second base runner of the game for the Spartans. That brings up the shortstop, number 9, Jake Gallagher. So Gallagher will step in here for the Sparts. Runner on first. 1 out. First pitch he sees from Adam Brooks on its way, and therefore strike 1. Great pitch from Brooks. Find the strike zone again after he struggled to find it there in that last at-bat against Mason Kelly. Brooks throws it back to first. Didn't like the lead that Mason Kelly had over there. And next pitch from Brooks. Swing. He's going to go with that one. Count will be 0-2 now for Jake Gallagher. Gallagher looking to do something for the Spartans. And next pitch on its way from Adam Brooks. That's a great curveball on the outside half. I think everyone here thought that was strike 3, but just a bit too far outside. Count goes to 2-1 now. 1-2 for Jake Gallagher as he stays alive. Runner on first. 1 away in the top of the second. Next pitch on its way from Adam Brooks. That's going to be down low, ball 2. Just looking to find the strike zone here. Just ties it up there, 2-2. Next pitch from Brooks. That's going to be ball 3. And 3 straight balls now here. We've got a full count for Jake Gallagher. Adam Brooks looking to find the strike zone. Let's see if he can tone it in. We're going to throw a strike. He's going to find it there and get Gallagher swinging for strike number 3. Good pitch there from Adam Brooks, just keeping it down low and away. The second baseman, number 13, Justin Haynes. So Haynes will step in with a runner on first and 2 outs. First pitch he sees from Brooks, swing and a miss there. Great pitch from Adam Brooks, starting it in on the inside half, and it curved even further in on that curveball. Nice little tail to it at the end. Next pitch from Adam Brooks. Down low, Will Cresswell. That's not even going to be close. His second of the year gets the back pick over there at first. Just can't run on him. Can't get too far off the base because that cannon behind the plate's going to get you. Mason Kelly back picked over there at first for out number 3 in the top of the second. Spartans get one more base runner, but can't do anything with it. We head to the bottom of the second. Your Vikes lead 5-0. New pitcher on the mound for the Spartans is Mason Kelly, who was in the designated hitter spot. He'll be stepping in here in the second, taking over for Bresnahan. Nobody in the leadoff man, center fielder number 1, Dante Grant. So Dante Grant steps in here for the second time of the day in the top of the second. Vikes batted through the order there in the first, in the bottom of the first 5-spot inning, put them on top early. First pitch that Grant sees from Mason Kelly is going to be ball 1. Dante Grant walked his first at bat on 4 straight pitches. The first 4 he saw. Next pitch, down low, ball 2 to Dante Grant. Get at bat, just trying to see pitches for the rest of the lineup. That's going to be way outside, ball 3. So last 7 pitches Dante Grant has seen have all been balls. We've got a 3-0 count now for Grant against Mason Kelly. Next pitch on its way. That's going to be in there for strike 1. He finds the zone. Count goes to 3-1 for Dante Grant. That's going to be down low. Dante Grant will walk again here in the bottom of the second for the Vikes. That's 2 straight at-bats for Dante Grant. That brings up the shortstop, number 5, Drake Anderson. So Drake Anderson will step in here for the second time today with a runner on first. Doubled his last at-bat with a line drive into center field. Right over the head of the center fielder for the Spartans. First pitch he sees here. That's going to be outside half for strike 1 from Mason Kelly. Good pitch. Keeping it away on the outside half from Anderson, who already showed he can do some work at the plate. And the 0-1 on its way to Drake Anderson. That's going to be down low, ball 1. Count goes to 1-1 now for Drake Anderson at the plate. Drake Anderson headed to Washington State University next year to play for the Cougs. Him and Will Cresswell together headed over to Pullman And Drake Anderson's going to hit that right back to Mason Kelly on the bump. Dante Grant was already stealing second, so could have been a double play, but Grant, with his speed on the base pass, was able to get there in second. So Drake Anderson right back to the pitcher. That'll be out number 1 on a 1-3 ground out. The first baseman, number 7, Jacob Yang. So Yang will step in here with a runner on second and 1 out. Walked his last at bat. First pitch he sees of this one from Mason Kelly is going to be way outside and away for ball 1. Yang, a senior this year, was committed to University of Portland to play baseball, and then about a week before signing day, pulled back on that. Decided that's just not what he wanted to do anymore, and is headed to the University of Washington next year. Has a walk-on spot for him waiting if he wants it, but hasn't quite made up his mind about that one. 1-1 count for Yang. And Grant, plenty of room. Next pitch, they're going to call time as Yang calls for it at the plate, and it's granted. He didn't like the big lead that Dante Grant had over there. So the shortstop for the Spartans having a word on the bump with Mason Kelly. That's Jake Gallagher. Once again, just a gorgeous night here in the Pacific Northwest. That ball is outside for ball 2 to Jacob Yang. He's got a 2-1 count. Yang's going to foul that one and make it 2-2 now with 1 out. In the bottom of the second. That one down low and away. Yang swung on it, made contact. We've got a 2-2 count for Jacob Yang with a runner on second and only 1 out. Next pitch. Swing. Yang way out in front of that one. Kelly gets him on the off speed. And we've got 2 away now. That brings up the catcher, number 4, Will Cresswell. So Cresswell will step in here. His second time of the day, a runner on second. Doubled his last at-bat right up the middle. I'm going to do something similar here to score Dante Grant. First pitch that Cresswell sees in there. 4-strike 1 from Mason Kelly. Looking solid so far. Taking over for Bresnahan after Bresnahan gave up 5 runs in the bottom of the first. 4 hits. That's going to be down low and away. Count goes to 1-1 now for Will Cresswell. 2 outs. Dante Grant over there at second. And Grant's going to take off to third. It's going to be close, and it's going to get out in the outfield. And we're going to have an error that'll bring Dante Grant in, the 6th run of the game for the Vikes. Some great base running out there from Dante Grant, getting a good jump. And then the overthrow, the error on the catcher, brought in Grant. Vikes take a 6-0 lead now. In the meantime, we've got a 2-1 count. It's going to be ball 3 to Will Cresswell. So count is 3-1 for Cresswell at the plate. 2 outs and nobody on now. And the ball fouled into the fence there along the third at baseline. Counts 3-2. We've got a full count with 2 outs here for Will Cresswell. Next pitch on its way up high. That's going to be a walk. And Cresswell will get on board for the 2nd time today in just as many at-bats. Oh, Fields steps in here. 2 outs. Fields his last at bat, grounded out to third. First pitch he sees here is called strike 1. The 0-1, nope. They're going to turn around, try to get him over there at first. Mason Kelly throwing it back, trying to get Gabe Ramsey over there at first, who came in to run for Cresswell. Count remains 0-1 at the plate. Next pitch, that's going to be up. Ramsey taking off, and he's going to get tossed there at second. Good throw, but Ramsey didn't get a great jump, so he gets tossed out over there at second. Vikes do get one more, though, in the bottom of the second. We head to the third. They lead 6-0. Stay tuned as Adam Brooks comes out for his third inning of work. Justin Haynes steps in here in the top of the third for the Spartans. After his first at bat, that ball going to be lined in his left field, and it's going to drop in front of Garrett Ringer. So a leadoff single there from Justin Haynes in the top of the third is going to be the second base knock of the day for the Spartans and bring up Braden Adcox. That'll bring up the right fielder, number 11, Braden Adcox. So Adcox steps in with a runner on first now after that leadoff single from Justin Haynes. On the first pitch, he saw Haynes up to bat, led things off after that back pick on Jake Gallagher. And first pitch, Adcox saw, called strike 1. A good pitch there from Adam Brooks. Once again, just looking to throw strikes. And the 0-1 on its way. That's going to be a great curveball. Just doesn't tail enough. Too far inside. Count goes to 1-1 for Braden Adcox at the plate, the right fielder. Tailing out the lineup for the Spartans. Losing my words there. Brooks attempts to throw back there at first. Trying to get Justin Haynes, but Haynes slides back safely. Count remains 1-1 at the plate for Braden Adcox. Next pitch on its way from Adam Brooks. Swung on, big swing and a miss there from Adcox. Count goes to 1-2 now on Adcox. Brooks looking for out number 1 here in the top of the third. Next pitch on its way from Brooks. Great pitch. That ball lined into center field. Dante Grant running back, and that's going to get over his head. And jumped up and jogging back at it. That's going to be a close one. Haynes rounding third, and it's going to be close, but Haynes will get in safely. So a double there from Braden Adcox into center field brings in Justin Haynes all the way from first. Piece of hitting there. Brings up the center fielder, number 24, Jay Mentink. So Spartans get their first run of the day there against Adam Brooks here in the top of the third after that RBI double from Adcox. Counts 1-0 at the plate for Jay Mentink, who grounded out to Tristan Ringrose over there at second, his first at bat, and that one down low in the dirt. Count goes to 2-0 now for Mentink at the plate. Next pitch on its way. Runner's going to go. No, he's not. And even if he did, he would have been heading back to second anyways as Mentink fouls that back into the fence behind home plate. And count goes to 2-1 now for Jay Mentink at the plate. Adam Brooks looking to find the strike zone, just throw some strikes. Not let any more damage be done from the Spartans here in the top of the third. The 2-1. As Brooks looks back, Adcox there. That's going to be outside half, but just too far outside. Count will go 3-1 now for Jay Mentink. See if Brooks can find the zone. The next pitch on its way. That's going to be up high. They're going to go for the back pick there at second. It's going to be close. But Mentink will walk against Adam Brooks, struggling to find the strike zone here in the top of the third. Nobody out. Runners on first and second for the Spartans. That brings up the catcher, number 6, Kai Jones. So Kai Jones will step in. He's got 2 aboard, nobody out. Next pitch on its way. Runner's going to go. No, he's not. Looked like he did. Great pitch there from Adam Brooks. Count is 0-1 for Kai Jones, who went down looking his first at bat. The 0-1 on its way. Swung out, fouled, going way over the fence there along the first baseline. Count goes 0-2. For Kai Jones, looking to do something for the Spartans here. Already 1 run in the top of the third. Nobody out and runners on first and second. Next pitch on its way from Adam Brooks. He's going to turn around, throw it back, and close one. Great hustle from Drake Anderson, though, as he wasn't quite there. Brooks just turned around and threw it. Thought Anderson was going to be there. Drake Anderson was able to hustle and get it, the glove on it in time before that ball could have snuck out in the outfield. Count remains 0-2 for Kai Jones. Next pitch on its way. Swung on, fouled off into the fence. He stays alive with an 0-2 on him. Brooks looking for out number 1 still in the top of the third. Kai Jones with 2 strikes on him. Runners on first and second. Nobody out in the top of the third. Next pitch on its way from Adam Brooks. That's going to be down low for ball 1. So count goes to 1-2 now for Kai Jones. The 1-2 on its way from Adam Brooks. That's going to be in there for strike 3. Kai Jones will go down watching again in his first 2 at-bats of the day. We've got 1 away now in the top of the third. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 4, Aiden Dance. Dance steps in with a base knock on his first at-bat. He's got runners on first and second with 1 out here in the top of the third, looking to do something for the Spartans. First pitch of this at-bat from Brooks. Great pitch on the inside half. Count goes to 0-1 now for Aiden Dance. And Brooks looking back the runner there at second. He's going to go home. That ball fouled back into the helmet of Will Cresswell. Count is 0-2 now for Aiden Dance. Oh, 2, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Next pitch on its way to Adam Brooks. That's going to be up high and away. Ball 1. Aiden Dance looking to keep this inning rolling for the Spartans. Already 1 run. And he's got runners on first and second with only 1 out. Brooks is going to step off, gather himself. Looking to get out number 2 right here against Dance. The 1-2 on its way from Adam Brooks. That ball lined into right field. Dante Grant, the runner's going to come. They're going to relay it. Oh, I think they could have got that, but Jacob Yang cut it off, turned to throw it to third. So that's going to be an RBI single there into right field from Aiden Dance. And that brings in Braden Adcox. Spartans get another on the board, and Jay Mentink got all the way over to third. We've got runners on the corners with only 1 out. Let him bring up the first baseman, number 8, Alec Highland. Vikes lead 6-2 here in the top of the third. Adam Brooks looking to just settle down and get out of this thing. First pitch, down low, ball 1. Adam Brooks looking to settle in here. Alec Highland flew out to center field his first at bat. Got a 1-0 count. Runners on the corners and only 1 out here in the top of the third. Next pitch on its way from Brooks. Gonna be down low, ball 2. And the 2-0 from Adam Brooks. Runner's going to go. He's going to get there safely as there's a runner there at third. Don't want to do anything. And in the meantime, that pitch on the way was ball 3. Count is 3-0 now for Adam Brooks. They're going to call time and head out to the mound. Dennis Schmitten out there heading that way as well. We'll be back in a second. And we're back here. Schmitten just out there having a quick word. Just trying to get Brooks to settle in. That's all he needs here. The 3-0 on its way, and therefore strike 1. Great pitch from Adam Brooks. Count goes to 3-1 on Alec Highland. Next pitch. Swung on, lined into the gap there in center field. That's going to score 1 for the Spartans. A hose from Dante Grant. But a double there from Alec Highland into center field. Brings in Jay Mentink for the Spartans. They get another. It's a 3-run inning so far and only 1 out. Adam Brooks just looking to settle down and get out of this thing. That'll bring up Logan Martinson. Left fielder number 7, Logan Martinson. So Logan Martinson steps in. He's looking to do some work. Once again, Vikes lead 6-3. First pitch, Martinson sees. Called ball 1 from Adam Brooks. Martinson flew out to right field his first at bat. Next pitch in there for strike 1 from Adam Brooks. Good pitch. Count goes to 1-1. Next pitch from Brooks. Great pitch. Curveball tailing in into the inside corner. Count goes to 1-2 now on Logan Martinson. Next pitch from Brooks. That's going to be down low. Count goes to 2-2. Block from Will Cresswell. And the 2-2 on its way from Adam Brooks. That's going to be down low, ball 3. Spikes it there, looking to find it. Let's see if Brooks can battle back. He's trying to find his zone here. A full count, 1 out, runners on second and third for Logan Martinson. Next pitch from Brooks. That's going to be swung on, chopped down the third baseline. It's going to go foul. Martinson stays alive at the plate with a full count and 1 out. Runners on second and third. Luckily, that ball went foul because that could have scored 1 for the Spartans and may have even gotten Martinson on base. It was just a slow chopper down the third baseline, but it ended up going foul. Vikes got what they needed there. Full count, 1 out. Next pitch on its way from Adam Brooks. Got him there, looking on the inside half. Great pitch from Adam Brooks, going with the fastball, trusting it. And we've got 2 outs now. Brings up the pitcher number 3, Mason Kelly. And first pitch to Mason Kelly. Great pitch there from Adam Brooks. Curveball in there. Strike 1. Kelly, who walked his first at bat, then was backpicked from Cresswell for out number 3. Looking to do some work for the Spartans. Next pitch on its way from Adam Brooks. Way up high inside, ball 1 to Mason Kelly, who came in relief in the top of the second for Breastman for the Spartans. And threw a solid bottom of the second, only giving up 1 run, and that run was unearned. Next pitch from Adam Brooks, popped up, going foul back into the fence. Count is 1-2 now on Mason Kelly. Adam Brooks looking for out number 3. One and two count, 2 outs. Runners on second and third for Mason Kelly. Next pitch from Adam Brooks. He goes with the curveball, just can't quite get it to tail end. Count goes to 2-2 now on Kelly. Adam Brooks just looking for a strike here. Next pitch from Brooks. That ball lined into center field. Dante Grant getting underneath it. He can't see it. That's the classic Heritage there, where the ball gets lost in the lights. It gets up above these lights. That scores 2 more. And that ball gets up above these parking lot lights. You can't see it when it comes down, and Grant had no idea where that was. So that scored 2 for the Spartans. Brings up the shortstop, number 9, Jake Gallagher. I mean, a ball that anywhere else, any other time of the day, would be caught. But Dante Grant lost it as it got up there above the lights. Brooks bringing some extra fire in that one. Count goes 0-1. That's going to be ball 1. Count goes 1-1. To Jake Gallagher, struck out swinging his first at bat. Down low, going to be ball 2. Two and one. Adam Brooks looking to get out of this thing. Next pitch on its way. Great pitch there from Adam Brooks. Curveball tailing in. Count goes to 2-2 now. Two outs for Jake Gallagher, a shortstop for the Spartans. Next pitch, outside. That's going to be ball 3. So we've got a full count now at the plate for Jake Gallagher. Adam Brooks on the bump, looking to get out of this inning. Been a rough one. 3 earned runs for the Spartans, 2 unearned. Next pitch from Brooks. Swung on, gets him. They're going to say drop third, strike. Cresswell throws it down to Jacob Yang at first. And they get out of this one. Spartans do get 5, though, in the top of the third to make it interesting. We head to the bottom of the third. Your Vikes looking to come out and get the bats going again. Stay tuned. Noah Fields leading things off for the Vikes. That ball is going to be a double at least. He's rounding 2. Going to be a close play at third. Noah Fields, he getting down head first. They say he got him. I don't know about that one. Not sure why you're getting aggressive going 3 on that leadoff play in an inning where you need some runs. But a double for Noah Fields trying to reach it to extra. He's going to be tossed out at third. The left fielder, number 11, Garrett Ringer. So Fields trying to get aggressive on the base paths when the Vikes really just need some base runners. I mean, they do have a 1-run lead, but still gave up 5 last inning. Garrett Ringer steps in now after double his last at-bat. Called strike 1. To Ringer, count goes 1-1. And next pitch, Ringer's going to foul that off the hands. Going back at short is Gallagher. He's going to make the grab for out number 2. Some momentum here for the Spartans. This could be big. Let's see if the Vikes can settle down. The designated hitter, number 19, Brett Ellingson. So Ellingson will step in here with 2 outs already. Nobody on. Vikes need something. That's going to be inside. Ball 1 to Brett Ellingson, who had a base knock his first at bat. We're going to do something in the bottom of the third here. That's going to be called strike 1 to Ellingson. So count goes 1-1. Ellingson swings at that one outside. Count goes 1-2. Vikes need to settle down here. I mean, Spartans have all of the momentum in the moment. Next pitch to Ellingson down low. Wow, they're going to say that's strike 3 as he watches it go by. Not exactly what the Vikes were looking for in the bottom of the third there. Go 1-2-3, can't get anything done. Noah Fields looked like he was going to start it off hot, but getting aggressive on the base paths, not really what they were looking for. Gets tossed over there at third, and we head to the top of the fourth. Your Vikes still lead 6-5. Stay tuned. Here in the top of the fourth, leading things off for the Spartans, who have all of the momentum in the moment. Justin Haynes will be the leadoff man in the top of the fourth for them. Looking to get some work done. And that ball is going to drop in left center field. A base knock for Justin Haynes, his second of the day there. And Spartans get another base knock. And then at the top of the fourth, Justin Haynes leading things off. That brings up their right fielder, number 11, Braden Adcox. So Adcox will step in here in the top of the fourth. A runner on first, nobody out. He's got an opportunity to do something here. And first pitch he sees of this at-bat from Adam Brooks up high. Ball 1. Adcox had an RBI double his last at-bat that really got that inning going for the Spartans and got this wave of momentum shifted to their side, and they've got all of it right now. Next pitch from Adam Brooks fouled off into the fence. Count goes 1-1 for Braden Adcox. One and one in the top of the fourth. Adam Brooks looking to battle back. Next pitch to Adcox. Up high. That's going to be ball 2. So 2-1 now to Braden Adcox. Someone out there in the bullpen warming up for the Vikes. Can't quite tell who it is. Looks like it may be Caden Poor. Yeah. Oh, shit. Excuse me there. Not sure what's going on. 2-2 count now at the plate for Adcox. And pause the music. That was good. And the next pitch on its way from Adam Brooks. Down low and away. Count goes full now. We've got a 3-2 count at the plate for Braden Adcox. He's got an opportunity to do something for the Spartans with a runner on first. Adam Brooks looking for an out. Next pitch on its way. Swung on, turned way out in front of that was Braden Adcox. Count goes to 3-2. So 3-2 count for Braden Adcox at the plate. Spartans once again with all the momentum in the world at the moment. Next pitch from Brooks. That ball popped way up high. This one could be hard to track down. Let's see if Dante Grant can get underneath it. And he's there to make the grab. An F8 there. Great work from Grant tracking that one down, making sure he's underneath it. We've got one away in the top of the fourth. That'll bring up the center fielder, number 24, Jay Mentink. So Mentink will step up here. A runner on first and one out. And first pitch he sees from Brooks, down low and away, ball one. Mentink is 0 for 1 with a walk on the day. Grounded out to second. His first at-bat, walked last at-bat in the third. Looking to do something here against Adam Brooks. Next pitch. On its way. Swing and a miss. Gets him there. Great pitch from Brooks. Count goes 1-1. Just fooling Mentink on the curveball off speed there. And next pitch on its way from Brooks. Great pitch, getting it in there, just trying to find the zone. He does exactly that. Count goes to 1-2 on Jay Mentink, the leadoff man for the Spartans. Next pitch on its way from Brooks. Swing and a miss. He gets him swinging. Great pitch there from Adam Brooks. Just gets Jay Mentink on 2 pitches on the outside half. We might have a pitching change here. It looks like that will be the case as Weiss is heading out to the bump, and that usually means that pitching change is coming. So Adam Brooks will come out with 2 outs. Interesting that they're not going to have him. Maybe it's a pitch count issue, but won't have him finish it out after getting 2 outs right there. Out number 2 on Jay Mentink. And I think Caden Poor will be the one coming in. Or is it going to be Drew? Yeah, Caden Poor heading out for the Vikes. So we've got 2 away. Kai Jones will be due up when we get back. And Caden Poor coming out on the bump. Got 1 inning on Saturday night against Rogers. Didn't do too well. So looking to bounce back here. Battle back for himself. Let's see what he can do. We'll be back in a sec. So back here, Caden Poor is the one taking over on the bump for Adam Brooks. Let's see what he can do. It's getting 2 outs. Poor stepping in Runner on first. And first pitch on its way, popped up way high into left field. Coming in is Garrett Ringer trying to track it down. That's going to drop. So that'll be a close one. Again, just when that ball gets above those lights, it's tough to track down. It usually goes both ways. So far, it's helping out the Spartans. And that's going to advance the runner to third and put on Kai Jones and bring up Aiden Dance. Brings up the third baseman, number 4, Aiden Dance. So here in the top of the fourth, runners on the corners. 2 outs. First pitch of this at-bat on its way from Caden Poor. Great pitch in there. Called strike 1. The curveball hitting it to tail end at the last second. Aiden Dance is 2 for 2 on the day. 2 base knocks so far. An RBI. And next pitch from Poor. Popped up, going foul. Count goes 0-2 now to Aiden Dance. Caden Poor, senior this year, going to play at Olympic Community College in Bremerton next year. His second appearance of the season right now. Got to throw Saturday night. Came in and closed that one off against Rogers. The 0-2 on its way to Aiden Dance. That's going to be ball 1. So count goes to 1-2 now on Aiden Dance. And the 1-2 from Caden Poor in the stretch. Going to be foul. Staying alive is Aiden Dance as he fouls that one off along the first baseline. Count remains 1-2. Let's see what Poor can do. Runners on the corners for Aiden Dance and the Spartans. An opportunity to tie it up here in the top of the fourth. The next pitch on its way from Caden Poor. Curveball hit over towards Drake Anderson at short, who's going to throw it to first and make the play. What a play from the Vikes there. Just making it look easy. Great work from Drake Anderson being in the position to make that play, turning it over to Tristan Ringrose at second on a play that could have tied it up. The Vikes do what they do best in the infield. And we head to the bottom of the fourth. Your Vikes still clinging to that 1-run lead. Once again here in the bottom of the fourth, Vikes clinging to a 1-run lead. Looking to get the bats going. Haven't really gotten anything after that 5-spot bottom of the first. Got 1 in the bottom of the second and then went 1, 2, 3 in the third. Looking to get them going again here in the fourth. Let's see what they can do. Jevin Patterson will be starting it off. Now batting the third baseman, number 20, Jevin Patterson. So Jevin Patterson steps in, grounded out to the pitcher his first at bat. First pitch he sees here in there for strike 1. A little hum on that one. On the bump for Mason Kelly for the Spartans. He's kind of got a groove going in his dealing there for the Sparts. Next pitch on its way from Kelly. Down low, ball 1 to Jevin Patterson. Patterson looking to get something here for the Vikes. start things off. They need something. Only a 1-run lead. Bottom of the fourth, next pitch on its way. That's going to be in there for strike 2 from Mason Kelly. Great pitch. Kelly looking firm right now. And the 1-2, he spikes that one. Count goes 2-2 to Jevin Patterson. 2-2 count. Next pitch from Mason Kelly. Patterson lines that into center field. Just what the Vikes need there. Leadoff single from Jevin Patterson right back up the middle. That puts one on with nobody out for Tristan Ringrose. The second baseman, number 3, Tristan Ringrose. So Ringrose will step in here. He's got a runner on first after that leadoff single from Jevin Patterson. Great piece of hitting from Patterson with 2 strikes on him. Ringrose, his second at-bat of the day here. First pitch he sees spiked into the ground from Kelly. Counts 1-0. They're going to go out, have a word on the bump. And Ringrose steps in with a 1-0 count on him. Runner there at first, nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. Next pitch on its way. Nope. They're going to turn around trying to get Jevin Patterson over there at first, but Patterson slides back safely. Count remains 1-0 for Tristan Ringrose at the plate. They're going to turn around, try to get him again. Don't like the lead Patterson's got over there at first. Patterson gets back safely once again. 1-0 count. Tristan Ringrose is going to show bunt, but pull back, and that's going to be outside. Ball 2. I like that idea. Ringrose showing bunt. Not sure if he's planning on laying it down. Weiss calls time. Has him head over. And Spartans having a meeting out there. Trying to figure out what they're going to do if Tristan Ringrose does indeed lay down the bunt. 2-0. Runner on first. Let's see what Ringrose can do. The freshman here for the Vikes. He's going to call time. It's granted. And Ringrose steps in with a 2-0 count on him. And they're going to turn around, try to get Patterson at first, but Patterson back safely once again. Clearly worried about Jevin Patterson over there at first. And next pitch, going to be up high and away. Ball 3 to Tristan Ringrose. So he's got a 3-0 count on him. Sure he'll be taking this next pitch no matter where it's at. Let's see what he does. 3-0, nobody out and a runner on first. Next pitch to Tristan Ringrose. That's going to be outside, ball 4, and he's going to walk on 4 straight pitches. Put runners on first and second for the Vikes here in the bottom of the 4th and bring us to the top of the lineup. The center fielder, number 1, Dante Grant. Dante Grant steps in here. Walked both of his first 2 at-bats. Let's see what he can do this one against Mason Kelly. Runners on first and second from the left side. First pitch he sees outside half, called strike 1. Dante Grant coming into this game hot at the plate, looking to keep it up. Walked his first 2 at-bats, so the 0-1 on its way from Mason Kelly. Down low, that's going to hit Dante Grant in the foot and load the bases for Drake Anderson. Big time play there, and just what the Vikes need. Bases juiced for the senior veteran. They're going to call time. Have a word out there on the mound. We'll be back in a sec. Drake Anderson steps in here. First pitch he sees from Mason Kelly way inside for ball one. Anderson with the bases juiced here. Got an opportunity to do something for the Vikes in the bottom of the fourth. Anderson doubled his first at bat, grounded back out to the pitcher on his second. That ball hit way hard, but just out in front of it. That ball was smashed, though. Goes foul. Count goes 1-1 for Drake Anderson. Great hack there. I mean, that was way foul, but if that ball was fair, that was out of here in a hurry. Next pitch on its way to Drake Anderson. In there, strike two to Mason Kelly. Anderson with 2 strikes on him now. The base is loaded, just looking to get on board any way he can. Next pitch on its way from Kelly. Down low and away. That's going to get past, but nobody goes anywhere. Count remains 2-2 now for Drake Anderson at the plate. 2-2 count, bases juice, nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. Vikes with a 1-run lead. Drake Anderson, the opportunity to extend it. That's going to be spiked in the dirt, and we've got a full count. Mason Kelly really struggling, spiking it quite a bit this last inning. A 3-2 count now for Drake Anderson. What a spot to be in. Full count, bases juiced. Nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. Anderson an opportunity to extend the Vikings' 1-run lead. Time is called. He steps out. Drake Anderson looking to clutch up here, the veteran on this team. Next pitch on its way from Mason Kelly. Swung on. Drake Anderson hits that deep into left field. That ball is going to be out of here. Drake Anderson on a 3-2 count rips that one deep down the left field line. My, oh my, a grand slam. Drake Anderson, the veteran, makes this one a 10-5 ball game. What a shot from Drake Anderson. That brings up the first baseman, number 7, Jacob Yang. Wow, what a shot there from Drake Anderson. And that one off the bat, you knew it was gone. Jacob Yang now steps in. And that ball hit way up high into shallow right field. That is going to be caught, though. So an F9 there from Jacob Yang gives us 1 out in the fourth. That'll bring up Will Cresswell. The catcher, number 4, Will Cresswell. So Will Cresswell steps in here. 1 out, nobody on. What a shot that was from Drake Anderson. And first pitch, Cresswell sees down low and away, ball 1. Next pitch on its way from Kelly, spiked into the dirt. We've got a 2-0 count now for Will Cresswell. That ball hit into shallow center field. It's going to drop. Will Cresswell with the base knock there. Put a runner on first for the Vikes and bring up Noah Fields with 1 out. Let him bring up the right fielder, number 16, Noah Fields. So Noah Fields will step in here for the Vikes. See what he can do with a runner on first and only 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Next pitch to Noah Fields outside, ball 1 is the first one he sees. Fields 1 for 2 on the day. Last at bat started off the bottom of the 3rd, had a double, tried to get aggressive going to 3rd on the play and was hosed down at 3rd. In that 1-2-3 inning. Counts 2-0 now for Noah Fields at the plate. Full count base. And Noah Fields is hit by pitch there. On that play, we've got Garrett Ringer. At the plate, the left fielder, number 11, Garrett Ringer. So Garrett Ringer will step in. Runners on first and second, only 1 out. Ringer for the second time today, 1 for 2. And next pitch, shot ball, curveball in there, great pitch from Mason Kelly. Count goes 0-1. And time is called. All right, back here. Garrett Ringer, runners on second and third, a 3-1 count, 1 out. Next pitch from Mason Kelly. Time was called. Nope, that's going to be a balk. So we're going to balk in a run here. That'll balk in Will Cresswell. And Noah Fields will advance to third. A no pitch, a 3-1 count now, and a runner on third as the Vikes lead 11-5. Garrett Ringer, the 3-1 on its way from Mason Kelly. Swing on. He swings and a miss there. 3-2. So a full count for Garrett Ringer at the plate. Runner on third. Next pitch from Kelly. Next pitch, way outside. That's going to be ball 4 and walk. Garrett Ringer, he'll head to first. We've got runners on the corners for Brett Ellingson. Let's see what he can do with only 1 out. That'll bring up the designated hitter, number 19, Brett Ellingson. So Brett Ellingson steps in here. Ellingson is 1 for 2 on the day, singled his first at bat, struck out his last, looking to do something here with runners on the corners. And that ball fouled off. Count goes 0-1 on Brett Ellingson now, looking to do some work. That's going to hit Brett Ellingson in the back to load the bases. And advance Garrett Ringer to second. Ellingson will head there to first. My guess is we're going to see a pitching change. Maybe not, though. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 20, Jevin Patterson. So Patterson will step in for the second time this inning. And that ball, that's going to be a double play right there. Jevin Patterson hits right into it. Nevertheless, what an inning for the Vikes. Drake Anderson, the grand slam brings in one, and then a balk brings in another. Vikes take an 11-5 lead. We'll be back here for the top of the fifth. So Alec Highland will step in here in the top of the fifth to lead things off. For the Spartans, Highland, his last at bat, had a 2 RBI double. First at bat against Caden Poor, who came in with 2 outs last inning. First pitch he sees. Great pitch there from Caden Poor. Gets it to tail in for strike one. We've got no 1 count. And 1-1 as that one goes down low. Next pitch on its way from Caden Poor. Alec Highland chops that down the third base line. Count goes to 1-2 for Alec Highland at the plate. And next pitch on its way from Alec Highland. To Alec Highland, excuse me. That ball sent way back into center field. Dante Grant getting underneath it. He'll track that one down for out number 1. An F8 for the second time today from Alec Highland. That'll give us 1 out in the top of the 5th. That'll bring up the left fielder, number 7, Logan Martinson. Martinson will step in here. I'm going to do some work. And down low is ball 1. So a 1-0 count to Martinson, who's 0 for 2 on the day with a fly out to right field. Went down looking for strike 3. We've got 1-1 count now for Logan Martinson at the plate after he foul tips that one. 1 out in the top of the 5th. Next pitch on its way. Great pitch there from Caden Poor, finding the spot. And count goes to 1-2 now on Logan Martinson. Next pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. Great pitch from Caden Poor. Gets Logan Martinson out there swinging on the curveball. What a pitch. That'll bring up Mason Kelly. That brings up number 34, Matthew Korth. So Matthew Korth will step in here. And first pitch he sees from Caden Poor. Swing and a miss there. Count goes to 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. Swing and a miss there. We've got an 0-2 count now on Matthew Korth, who steps in at the plate for Mason Kelly. And my guess is he's going to take over on the bump. We'll see, though. The 0-2 on its way. Swing and a miss. He gets him. Drop third strike. Cresswell's going to throw it down to Jacob Yang. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. Your Vikes cling to that 6-run lead. Back here in the bottom of the 5th. Tristan Ringrose will lead things off for your Vikes. First pitch he sees. Swung on, fouled off. Count goes 0-1 to Ringrose. So Tristan Ringrose stepping into this one. Walked his last at bat. I'm going to keep it up here. And 0-1 count. Good pitch there. Count goes to 0-2 now on Tristan Ringrose. Let's see what Ringrose can do for the Vikes. And next pitch to Ringrose, fouled off. He stays alive at the plate with an 0-2 count on him. The 0-2 on its way. Tristan Ringrose goes down swinging there for out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up the center fielder number 1, Dante Grant. So Dante Grant will step in here on the mound. He's facing Matthew Korth, who took over on the bump for Mason Kelly. And next pitch on its way. Down low, called strike 1 to Dante Grant. And that's going to be a 1-1 count. One out. Next pitch on its way from Korth. Great pitch there. Curveball in there. Count goes to 1-2 on Dante Grant at the plate, who has reached base all 3 plate appearances. Walked the first 2, hit by pitch the last. That ball fouled off. He stays alive with 2 strikes on him. Let's see what Dante Grant can do. And next pitch on its way. Swung on, lined into left center field. Dante Grant. That's going to be 1 round in first. He'll get into second safely. A double there from Dante Grant into the left center field gap. We'll put a runner on second with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th for the Vikes and bring up Drake Anderson, who we all know what happened his last at-bat. That'll bring up the shortstop number 5, Drake Anderson. Anderson, the grand slam, his last at-bat that really got the momentum back on the Vikes side. Ball was crushed off the bat. He's got a runner on second now with 1 out. Anderson 2 for 3 so far today. Next pitch to Drake Anderson from in there for strike 1. An 0-1 count to Drake Anderson. Matthew Korth once again on the bump. 3rd pitcher of the day for the Spartans. And 0-1. Runner on second with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Next pitch on its way. In there for strike 2 to Drake Anderson. So he's seen 2 now. 0-2 on him. Let's see what Drake Anderson can do here for the Vikes. The 0-2 with 1 out. Next pitch from Korth inside. They're going to say that's ball 1 to Drake Anderson. Close one. Next pitch to Drake Anderson inside. Counts 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Next pitch on its way to Drake Anderson. Swung on, lined into center field. That's going to be there. Dante Grant rounding third. It's going to be a close play at home, but he's going to get in there safely. A double there from Drake Anderson. Gets his 5th RBI of the day right there. Brings in Dante Grant from second, and your Vikes take a 12-5 lead in the bottom of the 5th inning. Great piece of hitting. What a day at the plate for Drake Anderson. Brings up the first baseman, number 7, Jacob Yang. So Jacob Yang will step in here. See what he can do with Anderson over there. That's second. Like looking to tag one more on. Called strike 1 to Jacob Yang. Yang 0 for 2 with a walk on the day. Looking to get something going. The 0-1 on its way. Great pitch there. Curveball tailing in to the inside half. Count goes 0-2 on Jacob Yang. Let's see what he can do with 2 strikes on him. Looking to shorten up, get a base knock, do something for the Vikes. Next pitch on its way. Jacob Yang out in front of that one. Fouls it off, stays alive. No 2 count. And 0-2 on its way to Jacob Yang. He fouls it off, stays alive, sees the curveball coming in, is able to get a bat on it, keep himself at the plate. Great work there from Jacob Yang, looking to stay alive for the Vikes at the plate. Get on board any way he can. And that ball line going foul down the left field line. Yang thought that could have been a base knock. Just goes foul. He stays alive. Great at bat from Jacob Yang here with 2 strikes on him. Has fouled off 3 straight pitches. Is looking to stay alive right now. 0-2 count. Matthew Korth on the bump for the Spartans. He's going to step off. He needs to relieve himself here. And the 0-2. Down low, that's going to be ball 4. Drake Anderson's going to get over to third. No questions asked on a pass ball. And we've got a 1-2 count now for Jacob Yang. Let's see what he can do. Looking to drive one in. That's Drake Anderson over there at third. The 1-2 on its way. He's going to hold off on that one outside. Count is now full. 2-2 to Jacob Yang. Great at bat so far. Let's see if he can cap it off. The 2-2 from Matthew Kurth on its way. Yang pops that way up high. That'll probably score 1. Let's see. It's going to be caught. Drake Anderson tags up, and it's going to be a close play at home, but Drake Anderson will come on in for the Vikes, and the sacrifice fly from Jacob Yang will put the Vikes on top 13-5 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Great team hitting there for the Vikes. The catcher, number 4, Will Cresswell. So Will Cresswell will step in here with 2 outs now. Opportunity to do something. Facing Matthew Kurth. Called strike 1 there to Will Cresswell. So an 0-1 count. Cresswell 2 for 2 with a walk on the day. What a day at the plate so far. And the 0-1 on its way to Will Cresswell, and therefore strike 2 count goes to 0-2 now. See what he can do. And the next pitch on its way outside. Going to be ball 1 to Will Cresswell. So a 1-2 count for Cresswell here. Looking to do some work. Keep this thing alive for the Vikes. The 1-2 Will Cresswell fouls that one off, keeps it alive. Count remains 1-2. And the 1-2 to Will Cresswell. Swung on line deep into right field. That's going to drop in the gap. And a double for Will Cresswell in the bottom of the fifth. Keeps this one alive. Great base knock there with 2 strikes on him. A couple really, really good at-bats from the Vikes. Will Cresswell gets his second double of the day on that one. Brings up Noah Fields. That brings up the right fielder, number 16, Noah Fields. So Noah Fields steps in here. And Fields, 1 for 2, and was hit by a pitch so far today. Runner on second. That's Gabe Ramsey over there. That's what it looks like. Ball 1 is going to be the first that Noah Fields sees in this at-bat. After that double from Will Cresswell. And next pitch on its way up high. That's going to be ball 2 to Noah Fields. He's got a 2-0 count. And next pitch on its way. That's going to be in there for strike 1 to Noah Fields. So a 2-1 count now at the plate for Noah Fields. Matthew Kurth on the mound for the Spartans. Next pitch, that's going to be down low in the dirt. And runner is going to advance. Looks like once again number 13 on the base pass. Came in for Will Cresswell. Yeah, that's Gabe Ramsey over there, senior. We've got a 3-1 count for Noah Fields at the plate. See what he can do with it. Looking to keep this inning alive for the Vikes. And next pitch, way up high. That's going to be ball 4. And we've got runners on the corners with 2 outs for Garrett Ringer. That'll bring up the left fielder, number 11, Garrett Ringer. So Garrett Ringer will step in here. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Spartans are going to call something on the infield. Garrett Ringer, 1 for 2 with a walk on the day. His 4th at-bat here in the 5th inning. First pitch he sees from Kurth. Down low, going to be ball 1 to Garrett Ringer. And next pitch on its way up high. That's going to be ball 2 to Garrett Ringer. Battling at the plate. Just a junior this year is Garrett Ringer. Getting the start out in left field. And that's going to be ball 3. So count moves to 3-0. 3-0 now for Garrett Ringer at the plate. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. And that's going to be strike 1. Kurth finds the strike zone there on the 4th pitch of the at-bat. Count goes to 3-1 on Garrett Ringer. Let's see what he can do. 2 outs, runners on the corners here in the bottom of the 5th. Vikes lead 13-5. Runners are going to go, and he's going to swing and a miss there. We've got a full count now for Garrett Ringer at the plate. Let's see what he can do. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Next pitch on its way from Kurth. That's going to be ball 4 and walk Garrett Ringer and load the bases for the Vikes and Brett Ellingson. An opportunity to do something here for the Vikes, and we might have another pitching change. Let's see. Yeah, Casey Adcox will go out there. And Matthew Kurth will come off here after doesn't do much in the bottom of the 5th. Gives up 2 runs on 3 hits and walks a couple. leaves the bases loaded for Justin Haynes, who will take over on the bump there for the Spartans. With the bases loaded in 2 outs. We'll be back in a second as Brett Ellingson is due up for your Vikes. Back here, Brett Ellingson steps in with the bases juiced, 2 outs. And he will face Justin Haynes on the bump for the Spartans. First pitch he sees is called ball 1. So a 1-0 count for Brett Ellingson here. Ellingson, who is 1 for 2 and hit by pitch on the day. That's going to be down low, ball 2 to Brett Ellingson. Count goes 2-0. And the next pitch. Called strike. So a 2-1 count now for Brett Ellingson. And that ball lined into right field. That's going to score 1. And Noah Fields rounding third. That's going to be game. Your Vikes, Brett Ellingson, the 2 RBI single to finish this one off in the bottom of the 5th. Your Vikes move to 4-0 on the season. And all 4 games have been won via the mercy rule. Thanks again for tuning in tonight. Again, what a game for your Vikes. A 5 spot in the first. And then it got interesting. But then there in the bottom of the 4th, Drake Anderson did his thing and had the grand slam. And ever since then, it was all Vikings. They win this one 15-5 in 5 innings. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on Wednesday night as your Vikes are back here at Heritage taking on Olympia. Thanks for tuning in once again. Tanner Pierce signing off.